Imagine a Predator movie where the Predator isn't just the monster in the shadows, but the actual main character you follow from the very beginning. That's exactly what Predator: Badlands delivers. And honestly, it flips the entire franchise on its head in a way nobody really expected. So let's dive into this whole story, the world building, the characters, and everything that makes this movie totally different from any Predator film we've seen before. And trust me, this isn't just another alien hunt movie. This one goes deeper, into culture, honor, exile, and survival, all through the eyes of a Predator who's not even welcome in his own clan anymore. The movie opens by introducing Dek, a young Yautja who's already stepped on the wrong side of his clan's traditions. In Predator culture, tradition and honor basically run everything. It's not just about hunting, it's about proving your worth, proving you respect the old ways, proving you can survive by the code. And Dek breaks that code. What he did isn't fully explained at the start, which keeps things mysterious. But the punishment is clear: exile. In Predator society, exile is worse than death. You're stripped of your clan identity, your honor, and your future. You're just thrown out, alone, basically expected to die. Dek is forced into a spacecraft and launched into the unknown. His ship crashes on an isolated alien planet called Genna, a brutal, hostile world that doesn't care who or what you are. The moment he steps out, you can see how raw this environment is. Jagged rock formations, toxic fog in some places, strange ecosystems, and animals that absolutely do not want him there. There's no warm welcome, no safe zone, no comfort. And this works so well for the story, because now Dek has nothing: no clan, no honor, no allies, and pretty much no reason to live except survival itself. It sets the stage for a story about identity, redemption, and figuring out who you are when the rules you live by no longer guide you. Very early in his survival struggle, Dek encounters something he has never seen before: Thia, an android created by Weyland-Yutani. Yeah, that Weyland-Yutani, the company from the Alien franchise. So yes, the movie is fully set within that connected universe. Thia is synthetic, built for exploration and scientific missions, but she has a personality, emotions, and a kind of human softness that clashes completely with the harsh Predator way of thinking. She's not designed for war, she's not designed to fight aliens like Dek, and she definitely wasn't expecting a Yautja to show up on the same planet. Dek's first instinct? Kill her. Obviously, that's what Predators do. But something stops him: curiosity, confusion, maybe even a little pity. She isn't a threat, and as a lonely outcast himself, he kind of recognizes that she's lost, too. For someone raised in a society where weakness is dishonorable, it's weird for him to even let her live. But that moment sets the whole tone of the story. This isn't the Predator we've watched slaughter humans for decades. This is someone with doubts, flaws, hesitation, and a growing sense of individuality. Thia and Dek eventually become unlikely partners, not friends necessarily, but survival partners. She knows the planet's environment better. He knows how to hunt, survive, and fight the monsters on it. And trust me, the creatures they face on Genna are not casual threats. We're talking huge, terrifying apex predators created specifically to challenge the Yautja. One creature in particular becomes the main antagonist, a massive beast unlike anything in previous Predator movies. It's fast, intelligent, and built to kill anything that enters its territory, including predators. As the story moves forward, Dek starts showing layers that Yautja characters never get in other movies. Traditionally, predators are silent, brutal, and mysterious. But here, the movie introduces actual Yautja dialogue, full cultural rituals, flashbacks of clan hierarchy, and even training sequences. It explores what it means to be a predator from their own point of view. Instead of the usual monster hunting humans perspective, we learn about their clans, their rituals, their belief system, the pressure to be perfect hunters, and what happens when one of them falls short. Thea, even though she's synthetic, ends up becoming the emotional anchor of the movie. She challenges Dek. She questions his traditions. She shows him that survival doesn't always mean following old rules blindly. And slowly, Dek begins to form his own identity, something deeper than just a hunter who was cast out. This connection between a predator and a synthetic is something no other movie in the franchise has done before, and it adds a whole new direction to the Predator universe. The action sequences hit hard, too. Dek fights monsters that look like they belong in the nightmares of other nightmares. There are sequences where Thia and Dek have to navigate ancient ruins, chemical storms, and giant creatures that stalk them silently. And even though it's PG-13, the tension, visuals, and choreography still land really well. You can tell Dan Trachtenberg wanted a more emotional, survival-driven movie than a pure gorefest. Instead of endless blood, you get strategy, atmosphere, and world building. The combat feels tactical, not chaotic, like the original Predator movie combined with sci-fi adventure vibes. As the movie progresses, Dek discovers that his exile wasn't just a punishment, it was also a test. A brutal one. The villain creature on Genna, the apex beast he must defeat, represents the final challenge that could restore his honor, but only if he survives and returns with proof. This is where the movie gets really intense. Dek and Thia face the creature in an extended, brutal battle that tests everything they've learned together. Thia uses her intelligence and data systems to analyze the creature's weak points, while Dek uses pure instinct and predator combat training. Their teamwork becomes the key, something Dek probably never imagined possible. The final battle is exhausting, emotional, and honestly one of the best sequences in any Predator movie to date. Dek isn't fighting to be the greatest hunter anymore, he's fighting to figure out who he is now. And when he finally defeats the apex creature, for the first time in the movie, he looks truly proud, not of the kill, but of the journey that brought him there. But here's the twist, even after winning, Dek chooses not to return to the clan. He realizes the traditions he grew up with don't define him anymore. He isn't the same Yautja who was thrown out like trash. He's grown, evolved, connected with someone outside his species, and found meaning beyond honor and ritual. Thia becomes the closest thing he has to a friend, and their bond is the emotional core of the film. The ending hints at Dek and Thia traveling to new worlds, maybe even discovering deeper secrets about the Yautja or the Weyland-Yutani Corporation. It sets up potential sequels, spin-offs, and a whole new direction for the Predator universe. Critics have been calling it one of the most unique Predator films since the original. The world building is deeper, the emotional storytelling is stronger. The soundtrack by Sarah Schachner and Benjamin Wallfisch adds an epic, haunting vibe that fits perfectly with Dek's lonely, brutal journey, and Elle Fanning brings so much humanity into a character who isn't even human. It's honestly wild how much personality and warmth she gives to a synthetic android. Overall, Predator: Badlands is a refreshing, bold step in a franchise that has been hit or miss for years. Instead of repeating the same formula of soldiers versus predator, this movie shows us the culture, the heart, and the internal struggles of the species we've been fascinated with since 1987. It's more emotional, more character-driven, more adventurous, and it opens up the door for so many new stories, especially if they continue following Dek's journey or exploring other Yautja clans and planets. If you're someone who grew up watching Predator movies for the suspense, the action, and the alien mystery, this movie gives you all that, but from a completely fresh angle. And if you're someone who loves sci-fi world building, alien cultures, and survival stories, it hits even harder. It's not designed like a traditional Predator movie. It's more artistic, more thoughtful, and honestly more cinematic. And that's probably why so many people are saying it's one of the best additions to the franchise.